Hello, I'm going to show you some helpful tips to creating your shape animation in PowerPoint. The first thing is, obviously, when you start PowerPoint, you'll want to get rid of some things. This is one of those things. You have these two title boxes, and to delete them you just want to click on the border so that you cannot type in them yet, but they are selected, and you can click delete on your keyboard. You can also right click and choose cut to get rid of those. So I'm just going to do that, and then you'll want to start adding your shapes. So you do have quite a list of shapes here, quite a few you can use. I'm going to go ahead and add a cube, and if you hold if you hold shift, it will make that a perfect cube rather than rectangular cubes. So you can hold shift to make it a perfect cube. I'll go ahead and do that, insert it here, and let's see, what else can I add? We'll add this other shape here, and you can change the color. So I've got this selected. I can change the shape fill. Maybe I want this to be red. I can change the shape outline if I want this to be, let's say, a darker red. And then I can add some shape effects. There are some already programmed effects here. I can also use quick styles. This will change both color, shape outline, and in some cases effect. I've got other themes here I can use as well. I don't want to use those right now. I will put an effect on it, let's say a drop shadow, and I can change where my drop shadow is going to be applied. Let's just do this one. So I have these two things, and then let's see, maybe I'll create also a ball. Now it looks like an oval here in the picture, but again, I can make a perfect circle by holding the shift key as I drag and making sure to let off of the mouse clicker before I let off of the shift key. So I've got my basic shapes that I want to use. I'm going to go to the design and choose, I can change colors here if I wanted a specific color scheme. I don't really want to do that. I can also look at my background styles if I wanted to use a different background. I'll go ahead and do that. I like this one. So now I'm going to animate this. This is going to be my basic background for every scene, and the easiest way to go about animating is, I want to make multiple scenes. So I could, of course, go to animations, click here on add animation, and choose something like custom path, which then I have to draw, and it has to be perfect. I could do that. It would take a lot of time to make sure, if I wanted this ball to bounce a couple times down and then down here and off screen, it would take a lot of work to get that to be a nice smooth transition. So what I'm going to do instead is right click over here on my preview tile and click duplicate slide, and what I'll do is just move that slightly, and I'll duplicate slide again, move this just a little bit, duplicate slide. You can see the process. I'm just moving tiny bits at a time, and I duplicate the slide, and keep moving. So I have that, and then what I'm going to want to do is come up here to slide 1, and I'll go to my transitions tab, and I want to make sure these slides advance after a certain amount of time, and it can't be too much time, so I'm going to put 0.1 seconds. And of course I haven't gone all the way through my animation yet, but I can look at this. I'm going to press F5 on the keyboard. I could also use slideshow and play from the beginning. And of course I've made a mistake. When I chose my transitions here on one, I did not apply to all. some reason that didn't hold, so I'm going to put that back in and apply to all. So now you can see I'm on slide 2, 3, 4. So that has worked this time. I'm going to go ahead and press F5 again, and I'll let it go. Of course, it didn't get very far, but it did create the animation. It's very slow. I could also apply a transition effect, and let's see, where's the one I like? Here it is, right here, fade, and that'll make it a little bit better. I could also change the animation to where it will move in smaller increments or move more quickly if I choose a slower or less time to stay on each slide. And I've gone ahead and finished my animation and saved it. You all know how to save. I do recommend saving early and saving often. But now I'm going to go ahead and just play through. I haven't played it yet, but I'm going to go ahead and play this animation and see how it looks. So it is pretty crude, but you can see you can do some basic animations within PowerPoint, and you can make them fun. You can do lots of things like change the colors from slide to slide. You saw here at the end where everything faded out, the background color changed, and then everything faded out. So you could make all kinds of interesting effects and have fun with it.